And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
You need a body shop? You need engine repair? Auto Excellence, Collision Specialists, 631-261-6420. That's 631-261-6420. Auto Excellence. Jimmy, I gotta take a dump.
What?
No, I mean I need a dumpster.
Well, for all those needs, you need to call Big V Dumpster Rental, Long Island, New York, 631-900-DUMP. Elm Logistics, for all your logistic needs. Call 631-299-3595. That's 631-299-3595. Elm Global Logistics. Pride, performance, and partnerships. The Monty and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite four-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
Tired of that same old breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Same old tasting scrambled eggs, burger, that dinner steak, ribs, or pork chops? Why not add a little bit of spice or just a touch of heat to make the difference? Change that scrambled egg with a little bit of Johnny Fabulous's John Cena Sr.'s $1 Million Jalapeno Hot Sauce. Great on burgers, steaks, chops, and those barbecued ribs.
And Nitro's Garage for all your automotive needs. Call 646-675-2349. That's 646-675-2349. For all your automotive needs, Nitro's Garage. Ask for Jack.
Do you treat your dog as part of the family? Well, so do we. So why not celebrate your pup's birthday with the ultimate party box? Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Party Pup Info, and let us make your pup's party or any celebration perfection.
M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Sport and non-sport cards, wrestling items, autographed items. We buy, sell, and trade. M&J Video Games and Collectibles, located at 1049 Queen Street, Southington, Connecticut. Call us at 1-860-479-9223 or 860-93-GAMES. M&J, Video Games and Collectibles.
What did you say this is?
What a day.
What a day.
What a day. What a day. What a day.
With Joe Lowry.
This is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, the role model, here to congratulate a fellow role model, Joe WhattaDay Lowry. Everybody needs to go check this out. Doctor's orders. It's my prescription to all of you. So please follow WhattaDay on social media. Hey, Joe, what a day.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Britt Baker. Welcome to What a Day with Joe Lowry. Glad you could join me here live and on the replay. A special hello to everybody in the chat, having a good time already there. Welcome. It's Wednesday, the week's hump day, right? And as I like to call it, the week's middle finger. You know, we're halfway to the weekend, almost there. You can taste it Thursday right around the corner. And right now we got 51 degrees outside the Southern Iowa studios here on Maple Street. Going to be 70 next week, so I can't wait for that. Hope everyone is doing well here. So real quickly, don't forget this weekend, folks, we are spring forward. That's right. Daylight savings time begins this Saturday. And I got to tell you what I do like the longer days and all that good stuff. But what I can't really get over, and still at this age, is it takes me like a week or two just to catch up after losing that hour. I don't know what it is. I just can't seem to shake it. The first week or so, I'm like a zombie. And it's bad enough that we moved to Iowa here 2 years ago. And there we have an hour time difference here. So that's even messed me up more. So hopefully when we get back east, it won't be as bad. But nonetheless, don't forget, change those clocks forward. And by the way, folks, now is always a good time. Safety. Check those batteries or switch them up in your smoke alarms and CO2 detectors. I did post earlier today on my Facebook page that today is National Oreo Cookie Day. That's right. As baby cakes, we go through about 5 packages of these a week. Well, I do anyways. I love my Oreos. It's a habit I've had since I was a kid. Cookies and milk before bed. It's something that will probably end my life, but nonetheless, Oreo Cookie Day. Celebrate responsibly if you can. All right. So moving on here, folks. Did we survive this Facebook and Instagram outage? Ooh, that's a different type of graphics. I didn't know it was going to come out like that. Anyways, yeah. The outage was due to a technical issue, so Facebook rep says. I don't know if that's true or not, but it was Super Tuesday, so it kind of makes you go, enough with the Mark safe from crap. I hated that stuff. Mark safe from the outage. And it wasn't even long out. It was an hour, 45 minutes tops. I don't know. Didn't really bother me too much. Got some stuff done anyways. But anyways. All right, moving on. So we had some news today. Breaking news this morning. Bull Nakano, wrestling news. Bull Nakano, the Japanese wrestler, is going into the Hall of Fame. That's right. She's been the second inductee that announced this week. We'll get to the other one in a moment. But she has a great career in Japan as well as the U.S. And something tells me that Alundra Blaze, a.k.a. Medusa Maselli, will probably induct her into the Hall of Fame. So congratulations to her. Well-deserved. Anybody going to the Hall of Fame is well-deserved, especially this guy, huh? Paul Heyman. That's right. Congrats to the Heyman, the Heyman Hustle, right? It was announced Monday that he is the first inductee into this year's 2024 WWE Hall of Fame. Now, the real question is, I'm going to ask it, folks, who should induct Mr. Paul Heyman into the WWE Hall of Fame? Come on now. The first name that comes to mind. I'm going to say it right now. It's got to be Brock Lesnar. I mean, I know it's a tough deal, what's going on with the WWE and the lawsuit and all that stuff, but there is a dark cloud over the WWE right now. I don't know if they're going to challenge that or not, but, a couple of things here. The Hall of Fame ceremony is after SmackDown and on Peacock, so if they're going to gauge the crowd and want to work with that, they can. They have the luxury to do so, especially on a streaming service. So, it's not like they don't blackout censor things now, like a Rocky Die sign or, bullshit chants in the audience that for some reason other wrestling networks don't cut out anymore. But nonetheless, who should induct Paul Heyman into the WWE Hall of Fame? Excuse me, I just burped. I just had a cookie, by the way. You got to celebrate National Oreo Cookie Day. Did I already mention that? Yeah, I know. Got to love my Oreos. But anyways, nonetheless, congratulations of Bull Nakano and Paul Heyman. I'm sure they're going to come fast and furious now. Everyone's like, what took so long? They started announcing WrestleMania later and later the last couple of years after COVID and so forth. But it wasn't until March 10th, we're still a few days away off last year, that they announced Rey Mysterio. So it'll be amazing to see who's next. I'm sure we have a lot of guesses out there, but I do hope that who am I looking for this year? I do hope that Bray Wyatt gets some type of notoriety as well. But rumor has it, and The Rock's kind of put it out there, that Haku may be the next inductee. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, I'm seeing the chat lighting up right now. Who should induct Paul Heyman into the WWE Hall of Fame? It's synonymous. They've been together for 20 years, friends, personal friends. They're still in contact. They've worked together for 20 years. And how can you not associate Paul Heyman without Brock Lesnar and the success? Anyways, all right, let's move on from that one. Now, I don't know if you heard this one. Madonna. Not sure, but Madonna was performing at her Los Angeles concert this past Monday night. And, well, it seems she spoke to God. Yeah, she spoke to God. Last summer, she fell ill with a bacterial infection. And the Material Girl told the crowd that when she came out of an induced coma, they put her in an induced coma for this. She woke up and uttered the word no. And, obviously for Madonna, that must have been a first, saying no. Okay, boom, boom, boom. But she went on to tell the audience that God must have been asking her to come up to me, that is. This raises a serious question. for me, if you did, in fact, have a chance to meet God and he asked you to come up to heaven, would you do it? Would you take the ride and go see God and hang out in heaven for the rest of your life? Or would you just say, no, I just want to go back to earth and all that good stuff? I don't know. You tell me. That's an age-old question, I'm sure, right? As the chat starts to light up now. But yeah, I don't know. Madonna spoke with God. That's how this is it. It's on the internet. Must be true. So she told the audience in LA Monday night that she spoke to God. And when she came out of that induced coma, she said that God asked her to come up to heaven with her. And she said, no. Wow. I guess she really is a material girl. All right. Enough of that one. All right. So Sting, last match this past weekend at Revolution. What do you guys think, huh? That was quite the match. I think more people are talking about Darby Allin and the shattering of the glass and all that crazy nonsense. But nonetheless, this was Sting's last match. He is now officially retired. It made all the news everywhere in case you were living under a rock. I don't know, but, I hope, let me see my notes here. I do hope that we get one more match out of Sting. In the world of pro wrestling, you never say never. Anything is possible. So I ask the wrestling gods now, can we at least make this possible right here? Yeah, we want to see it. Why not, right? Sting, Undertaker, two icons who carried their, their companies at pivotal times. I think we need to make that happen. I don't know why. I really do think. I think one more match for both of them. The Undertaker looks in phenomenal shape. Sting proved it the other night. Just one more match. And maybe they can do it at WrestleMania. That'd be kind of neat. What do you think? All right. Chat's lighting up here. Somebody mentioned any word on Hall of Famer. Oh, yeah. Ivan Koloff, another one. Benny the Player Scholar. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Ivan Koloff, Tony Gurria, Rick Martel. The list goes on. There's a never-ending list of people that should be in the Hall of Fame that are not. And I know that's going to be a conversation most likely tomorrow night's The 30. You got to check that show out. Anyways, all right, in case you haven't heard, here's an interesting one right here. Katy Perry, that's right. Katy Perry is leaving American Idol. Yeah, that's right. After the season ends, the I Kissed a Girl singer says she wants to get back to singing and performing and seeing her fans. And judging by this photo, fans can't wait to see them both again, too. But boom, just kidding, folks. Got to put a little humor in here. You know me. I like to be funny. But nonetheless, Katy Perry is leaving American Idol. All right, real quickly, I got to play this from my Southern Ire folks. And check this out real quick.
All the way from beautiful Las Vegas, it's Divas 3. Coming to Centerville at the Simon Estes Auditorium Saturday, March 16th at 7 p.m. Don't miss these three powerhouse vocalists as they take you on a magical journey performing decades of classic hits. Tickets are $15 at the venue. Doors open at 6:15 p.m. Don't miss Divas 3 coming to the Simon Estes Auditorium Saturday, March 16th at 7 p.m. Friendly reminder that all Centerville Concert Association members and sponsors, including family, admission is free.
Yeah, that was for my Southern Iowa audience there. The Divas 3 coming to the Simon Estes Auditorium, but not this Saturday, next Saturday. I've been talking to them. They were just on the What a Day with Joe Lowry podcast last week. You can check that out on my Facebook at What a Day with Joe Lowry. Feel free to like that and subscribe and all that good stuff. But nonetheless, Crystal, Alicia, Garrett, as well as Samantha and Charity will be here a week from Saturday. Now, did you know, here's something that was pretty cool that was brought to my attention just the other day. Crystal Alicia Garrett, yeah, she's one of the singers. She just recently appeared on Law & Order Organized Crime. That's right, folks. You can check her out here. She played an upscale bar manager. It's season 4, episode 5 is titled Missing Person. That's right. You can check it out. So we're going to have a TV star in attendance there in Centerville, Iowa next Saturday. So you're going to want to check that out. And as by the way, you can stream that anytime on Hulu and Peacock and all that good stuff. But it'll be good to meet them next week. So Divas 3 coming. I got that out of the way, all that good stuff. So here's a story that I don't know. I just thought it would get a lot more traction, so to speak. As we all know, unfortunately, William Albert Haynes, also known as Billy Jack Haynes, was arrested back on February 8th for murdering his wife, 85-year-old Jeanette Beecraft. Now, of course, he spent almost a month in the hospital, and he made his court appearance last Thursday, and I covered that. And in just to fill you in real quickly, because I know we didn't talk about this much last week, I was actually on a news feed, court camera feed with the Montemah County Courthouse. And, I went on there in the morning and I asked, hey, when's he going to be arraigned and so forth? And they said not till 2:00 in the afternoon. So come back a few hours later at 2:00. Now in the morning, it was only me and about 3 other media outlets that were waiting for him to come out. And it didn't happen. So we came back in the afternoon. And when it did happen, I was one of it banged up to like 30 media outlets all throughout Portland, Western, half of the nation and so forth. Not really many East Coast outlets, but nonetheless, it was a big story, especially in Portland. So he was arraigned and so forth, but nobody really talked about the arraignment and his appearance and all that. And I've seen no photos except for the ones that I took, and I'll gladly put them up for you right now. I took these off the video feed. William Albert Haynes, 70 years old, is being held at no bail right now. He's still in jail. His next court appearance is April 11th. He did plead not guilty to second-degree murder as well as unlawful use of a firearm. Took about 6-7 minutes, but noticeably much different than we've seen Billy Jack over the years. Short hair, which led to a lot of people's assumptions now to be confirmed that he probably was wearing a wig later on. No teeth. Very, very looked in rough shape. He had him in a wheelchair. He is 70 years old. I know he's been in deteriorating health. There's a lot of issues surrounding this and so forth, whether or not it was some type of mercy killing because Jeanette had dementia. How advanced it was, nobody really knows for sure. Still, believe it or not, can't get your hands on a police report. And there is no mugshot due to Portland rules and regulations laws that were passed back in 2021 where those things just are not available to the public now. But nonetheless, Joe WhattaDay Lowry, via WhattaDay with Joe Lowry Facebook, is still to this day the only media outlet that has produced these photos of Billy Jack being arraigned. And it's just amazing. And I was not alone in the courtroom. Jeanette's family, his wife's family was there. Nobody, they didn't say much. But when they wheeled Billy back out into the lobby there, after he was arraigned, you notice he was crying. He was, there was some remorse there. You just really couldn't hear a lot of what he was saying because he was speaking through an attorney through the glass. But nonetheless, tragic tale on all ends. But I just want to bring that out there. It's just amazing that nobody wanted to pick up on the story. It was like the hottest story last month when it happened. But you'd think with the amount of press that was at the arraignment, including myself, that it would have picked up more steam. But nonetheless, that's it. April 11th, stay tuned. We'll see what happens next for William Albert Haynes, a.k.a. Billy Jack Haynes. All right, so here's a cool story I picked up earlier today. This guy right here, his name is Derek Langos. He's a diver from Port Barrington, Illinois. And a story came out the other day that he has recovered over 200 Apple Watches from the Channel Lakes. That's right, folks. Langos owns the scuba bear diving recovery service. People hired this company to retrieve and recover lost items at the lake. Now, to date, he has recovered over 200 Apple Watches. He took a picture right there. He recently issued a warning to Apple Watch users saying, do not use any type of replacements or sports bands on the Apple Watches as they tend to slip off in the water very easily. As you can see, there's over 200 of them on display. Now, Langos not only has recovered watches in his latest finds, but smartphones are in there, a white gold Cartier ring he's recovered, even prescription sunglasses. And believe it or not, folks, he does not sell these items as he is committed to returning every lost item to its rightful owner. How about that, huh? Integrity right there. You don't find that very often. But you can check out the company on Facebook at Scuba Bear Diving and Recovery Services. And as always, yours truly was on the case. I've reached out to him to try to get him on the show. Haven't heard back from him yet, but hopefully we will at some point. And speaking of future guests, Lowry Singer, the actor from Footloose, remember her? And a couple other movies, Firestarter and all that good stuff. Still in touch with our agent. We're just trying to secure up a time to get Lowry on the show because this past couple of weeks has been the 40th anniversary of Footloose. Yeah, Footloose, 40 years. Can you imagine that? Where were you when Footloose came out? Anybody tell me that? Footloose, yeah, great soundtrack, all the good stuff. Kevin Bacon, all those, good times there. But nonetheless, Lowry Singer will be a guest on WhattaDay. We just got to secure some times for that. All right, so this happened yesterday. Jason Kelsey of the Philadelphia Eagles announced his retirement from the NFL after 13 seasons. Wait a minute. I already thought he was retired. I'm just kidding. No word on what the Pro Bowl Center plans on doing next. Not sure if he's going to attend a Taylor Swift concert or not with his brother. I don't know. He's a family man now. There are some rumors circulating that he may stay within the Philadelphia Eagles organization to possibly go into coaching and so forth. I know a lot of these generational players like Jason here, they like to pass it on, their gifts and so forth. And what better way to do that within coaching? You know, that's always the best way to go ahead and give back to a sport that actually provided for you and your family for over 13 years. So that's something neat. All right. So came across this one today. Top 10 highest paid actors. How about that, folks? And I was shocked. I think I was shocked more or less who's on the top 10 as opposed to how much money they made. When you think of like Forbes highest paid actors and top 10 lists and so forth, you're expecting like buku money and all that stuff. But these numbers are kind of obscure. Number one was Adam Sandler at $73 million. Now, the reason he's number one is because this past 2014, he secured a 4-movie deal with the streaming service Netflix, which paid him like $250 million over the span of 4 years. And he just recently signed a new contract with Netflix to do another 4 movies. So that's going to be upped up a little bit. So Adam Sandler comes in at number one at $73 million. Number two, Margot Robbie. Great. Wolf of Wall Street, most notably now from Barbie, coming in at $59 million. Good for her. Tom Cruise, always a mainstay on the Forbes highest paid actors. He comes in at number 3 at $45 million. We had a 2-way tie, 4 and 5 respectively. Matt Damon off the Oppenheimer success at $43 million. And Ryan Gosling, again, another Barbie character off another $43 million. Jennifer Aniston, $42 million. I don't know what she's been doing lately. I really have not seen a movie with her come out yet in a while. So not too sure about that one. And then, of course, we have another tie, 7 and 8 respectively. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jason Statham, $41 million a piece. And my boy from Boston, Ben Affleck, you know, the one third of the Dung Kings with Tom Brady and his boy Matt Damon as well. You know, Boston folks. He came in at $38 million. And my man, number 10, Denzel Washington, rounds it out at $24 million. Now, other notable actors that were missing from the list, Ryan Reynolds, as well as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. They've had several ventures outside of the Hollywood circle, so they don't include that. And another notable person who's now missing off the Forbes list is Mark Wahlberg. And get this, I didn't know Mark Wahlberg. He had a whole bunch of stuff going on. He's got investments, including Wahlburgers, which we all know about. He has a municipal clothing line. I'm assuming municipal means something to do with law enforcement. He has a prayer app called Hallow. Imagine that. And he has a fitness company called F45 Training. And he also owns a Chevy dealership in Ohio. I don't know what the deal with that. He sounds like, you know, something like that to me sounds like he won in a card game in a back room at one of his movies. You know, all right, I don't have money to pay, but you can have my car dealership in Ohio. All right, fine, I'll take it. That's what that sounds like to me. I mean, it's weird. I don't know. I know Ryan Reynolds owns that Mint Mobile company. That's kind of neat. Cheapest cell phone rates out there and all that stuff. So looking at the chat, everyone's piping in. Yeah, let me read some of these chats here. Let me see. The net worths, baby cakes, these are net worths. Pittance compared to Vincent Kenny McMahon. Yeah, speaking of Vinnie Mac, he cashed out some more stock. We'll probably be talking about that on the 30 tomorrow night. But yeah, he cashed out more stocks. He had right now it's close to $1 billion he's cashed out since November. I don't even know what he's doing with the money. But one thing did come out today in the world of Vince McMahon that there was a shareholder meeting for Morgan Stanley and TKO. Mark Shapiro, one of those guys, was on there, and they have cut ties with Vince McMahon altogether. They don't contact him. He's no longer part of the company, and he made it adamant that Vince McMahon will never come back to the company. So that's, you talk about shutting the door. And I think this is going to have a long-term effect on other employees in the WWE. If you've been associated with the McMahon name and so on, because it sounds like they're really shutting everything down. So I think the Vinnie Mac situation is going to get worse before it gets better. But if you have ties to McMahon, rumors are now circulating that Triple H may be on his way out after Mania. See, a lot of stuff's going to go down after WrestleMania. This is the big deal with WWE. This is their high time right now, and you have that dark cloud still hanging over their heads. for that. So that is a tough one there. But nonetheless, there's going to be a lot of heads rolling, I think, after WrestleMania and so forth. So, but nonetheless, the chat, thank you so much for everybody. Billy Jack Haynes, Robert Brown's in the house, Benny the Player. Nice. I saw Beth Hopper in there. Thank you. The number one playmate. ASO's in there. Awesome. Thank you all for joining me. All right. So we have some programming notes here before I take off. All right, tomorrow night we have Monty and the Pharaoh show. That's Thursday at 8, 7 Central. I heard the improbable Sal Corrente is going to be a guest with Jimmy and Mike on the Monty and the Pharaoh show. You got to check that out. But right before the Monty and the Pharaoh show, you got to check out wrestling's hottest game show, The 30. That's right. Looks like we got a 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central time start for that tomorrow night. We try to do it early so we can get done before Mike takes over the show and all that. So you get about 3.5, almost 4 hours of Monty and the Pharaoh programming coming your way just tomorrow night alone. And then, of course, Friday is Wrestling Remembered, me, the player, and, of course, ESO and the president of Thursday Nights, Phil DeCesare, will all be in the house. I've decided to make it an open forum. That means we're going to be talking with the chat most of the night. We could talk about anything wrestling remembered later, now, then, forever. You tell me what you want to talk about. We'll just pop into the chat and we'll chime in and we'll talk about it. I just thought that'd be a great idea to do that. But don't forget, folks, while you're on the air with me now, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there. Hit that like button. Comments, suggestions, always greatly appreciated. And all that good stuff. So I'm going to bug out of here because I'm going to keep to my 30-minute time rule because that's all the time I'm allotted here at Monty and the Pharaoh channel. I'm just kidding. That's enough time. Who's going to watch this mug for 30 minutes? I got to tell you. So before I take off, once again, I'm going to be celebrating. Where am I? Boom. We'll go this side. National Oreo Cookie Day. You got to love it. I got a whole bag of these right now ready to go in my mouth with a tall glass of milk. And I can't wait to enjoy that one. So, folks, thank you so much for joining me here for What a Day with Joe Lowry. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my Facebook page at What a Day with Joe Lowry. And, of course, subscribe here. Like everything you see with Monty and the Pharaoh. We got new and exciting programming coming up. We are just getting started. Membership is going through the roof. Subscribership raising to the sky. Can't wait. Glad to be a part of it. Tons of new programming and all that stuff. So I'm going to take off from here, guys. Once again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in live and on the replay. I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.